Come on, my dear wings. I'm here with the Jindo Stories. This time I think the video is going to be quite long. I had made a note to not add anything, but this story is good, so turn off the lights, put your phone on, sit back, and let's begin. First, let me apologize. As we go towards the story, it was already evening and I went outside. Our house is quite large and there is a street beside it. The sound I heard seemed to be coming from one of the rooms. I went inside and what I saw was that there were 4 children and a woman, all with faces covered in blood. The children were playing with each other and one of the kids was being strangled by the woman so hard that they stopped breathing. The 3 children started eating the strangled child. I saw one of the children noticing me and giving me a strange smile. I tried to run, but it felt like the children were closing in on me from all sides, trapping me. The woman started coming toward me and I saw her long nails and it felt like I was facing my own death. Then everything went black and I passed out. It seemed like everything was just a dream, but when I woke up the next day, I was in my room. My mother was reading the Quran and she told me to rest. A bandage was wrapped around my neck and I didn't remember anything after that incident. My family said I was found unconscious in the storeroom and no one had gone there for 2 years. The house was worried and they mentioned I had been unconscious for 3 days and had just been discharged from the hospital. I wonder if seeing that woman in my dream could cause such things to happen. Later, I saw many stories, but nothing like that happened again. The story was so strange that it left me wondering. Let me share a bit more. When we shifted to a new home after everyone fell asleep, the doorbell rang very loudly. When my father opened it, there was no one there. Another strange thing happened when a guest was staying in the upper room, and in the middle of the night, he woke up to find people sitting in the room telling him never to come back. Since then, many unusual things started happening in the house. No one believed me, but things like knocking on doors, strange noises, and kids' laughter continued. Even in the old house, we experienced similar events. Once, while my aunt was cooking, she heard a voice behind her asking for food, but when she looked, no one was there. One night, my aunt saw a dark figure of a child who appeared in front of her, and later they discovered a spirit haunting the house. We did not leave the house, but consulted a spiritual healer. Many more events occurred, such as voices and sudden changes in the atmosphere of the house. In 2015, while living with my aunt and uncle in a different house, I started noticing strange occurrences. I was once alone in my room when I saw a shadowy figure of a woman in a red dress standing near my sister. Eventually, these events became part of everyday life, and despite being scared, I stopped fearing them. Years later, I went to university in California, and strange activities followed me there too. A roommate who had been blackmailing others was later found to have passed away under mysterious circumstances. After hearing that, things seemed to calm down for a while, but the haunting continued to stay with me. I still felt her presence, but life moved on. In 2017, I went to a different city for my studies. One night, while preparing for an exam, I was disturbed by the feeling of a presence in my room. Despite trying to ignore it, I couldn't shake the feeling. Later, I discovered that it was related to a strange spiritual force that had been following me. After some time, I noticed that these forces had taken an emotional toll on me and my family. The experiences started affecting my life on a deeper level, but I always tried to stay strong. With help from spiritual leaders, I slowly got back to a place where things started feeling normal again. Still, I couldn't forget the eerie moments that had left their mark on me.